Women are mad that men stopped approaching them. I don't see why they're so mad. I mean, there was the Me Too movement, which did some good, but mostly harm to men, and nah, now people are afraid to approach them. And also, there's a lot of women that say just all men are bad, and also the KAM movement. Like I thought women were, pretty happy that they weren't approaching them anymore. What's happening?
Men do not want to approach women anymore.
When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore and put
Uh,
an
uh, the moment that men are seen as creeps now. If you ask them out, if you ask a woman out respectfully, they're very entitled. Some of them, and just don't. They're like no, you know, just just like just not worth it. Just
any effort?
Like when you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're like making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not
yeah.
gonna say something. How are you not gonna say something?
It just doesn't
Because why would I say something when I can just be humiliated straight back like right afterwards? Why would I go through that? And the thing is, right? Some of these people, I'm not saying these women, for example, but some of these people are like, why aren't you saying something? But the moment you say something, they really like humiliate you and everything, even though they said, why aren't you saying something? Because they just want attention. Like, why would a guy go through that? Why would a guy willingly go through that? Bullshit. Like, what? They're not an accessory for you. The, the, you know?
Doesn't make sense to me how women are not being asked out on dates. Like there are so many beautiful women. Like, come on, like just. Shoot your shot. Am I unapproachable?
Yes.
Am I unapproachable?
Like, did you not see me just
I don't like their attitude. I don't like none of these people's attitude. I'm gonna be real. So yes, yeah.
look right at you? Like, that was your sign. Like, that was me shooting my shot.
No, because I had to
Hey, did you not see me looking right at you like for a split second? Like not even like a whole second. Like probably like a millisecond. That was me shooting my shot. You know how like you barely noticed me looking at you? That was me shooting my shot. Like why don't you just come up to me? Like what's wrong?
actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time.
Me and my friends go out and it's like we end up plotting on what guy we think is cute, and then we physically, I'm not even joking, I'm sick to my stomach right now, we end up making the first move because if
Yeah, because guys are scared now. The thing is, a lot of guys either number one love it when you make the first move, or number two straight up think you are trying to play them and prank them because it barely happens. There's the only like two outcomes that happens from it, like straight up. Now, of course, you might get like rejected or like accepted or whatever, but the chance of you being accepted, I would say probably is like at 80% at the very least. To be honest, some people might say higher, but you know, whereas a guy is obviously 50-50 or lower. So, you know,
if
yeah, at
we
least in my
didn't,
opinion.
it would be girls night every single night we went out for the rest of our lives.
Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days? I feel like
Where's the rebels? Is she trying to say rebels or revels? What?
there's so many like times that guys want to say something to girls and they don't. Like, is there a guy watching this that can give us some insight? Like, why don't you just do it?
There was a whole thing that said all men are PDF files basically on TikTok in 2022 or 2021. It was huge. It was a huge trend. I don't see why these people. I'm assuming this on TikTok. I don't see why these people on TikTok are surprised that oh wow that why is there so many men now that's trying to you know not go up to us because they're seen as creeps. I don't. You are seen as a creep apparently if you look at a woman for a millisecond. A millisecond. No guy wants to look at a woman now in the gym. Just yeah, it just doesn't happen.
Why don't men approach anymore? It's a question that has been reverberating everywhere, but the answers aren't as simple as you might think. Let's dive into
I
the
think it's pretty simple. I think it's actually really simple to be honest.
reasons behind this shift.
All right, you see three girls sitting at the bar, and you think the middle one is flaming hot, and you're like, that's my girl. Do you walk over and talk to her or one of the other two?
No.
Yeah, no, yeah. A lot of people just say
From the
none of
fear
them.
rejection to the rise of online dating.
I don't go to bars in general. I think that's just overrated. Why would I go to a club? Why would I no, that's just simply stupid.
Shifting social expectations, There are a lot of factors at play.
Because a lot of times, the people that you find at clubs are just going to be low value people, like people that aren't serious about their lives. A lot of times, I'm not saying that's all of them, but I'm saying a lot. Like that is a lot of them, though.
Let's break them down one by one.
There's an interesting set of stats that 86% of women say that they want a man to make the first move.
Yep.
50% of men are scared of making the first move for being seen as creepy.
Mhm.
And 20% of Gen Z say that a man approaching a woman in person always or usually constitutes harassment.
Going up to a woman
Okay.
today,
That hasn't happened to me. I just don't go outside. The few times I've asked someone out, it's either been a yes or I've had a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend. So I don't know, but
is risky in so
that's
many
me though. So
ways. Let's start with one of the most common reasons, fear of rejection.
Rejection is a man's biggest fear.
Why do men never approach?
I don't give a fuck about being rejected. I'm not gonna. Biggest fear. Um, I would probably say like harm to like your family, no, something like that. I guess. I could see that like being like a man's biggest fear, but reject no.
Approach a woman anymore.
Intimidation?
You do it a lot, like in person.
Hell no.
It is so fucking scary to me to approach a woman in public anymore after hearing all this stuff on the internet.
It just starts being.
It's not mere rejection for the people that don't go up. It's not mere rejection. It's simply, oh wait, this person actually might call me and cast me out, and I might be outcasted because I'm framed to look like someone I'm not. With the false allegations and stuff. Speaking of false allegations, with being called a pedophile, I feel like the people that actually do that, they should go to jail for at least, to be honest, at least 3 years. At the very least 3 years. Probably the same amount of time. It should be the same amount of time a lot of people would argue as the actual PDF file, but I wouldn't agree with that. I would say it's close. I would probably say close to that, but it's not. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Being the guy.
I can definitely see the argument of it being the same time.
I always have to make the first move, and then anytime I see a girl I like, whether it be at the bar or at the gym or something, I get so anxious. My heart starts beating so fast, and I don't know what the hell to say to them.
Don't get me wrong, a fear of rejection is totally real. I feel like if
I just go up to them. I just say fuck it, to be honest with you. But
I was a guy, that would be in my brain, and it would be something that I would have to overcome, but it would be a big thing to overcome.
It definitely is a big deal.
My real question is, why don't women go up to men more? Like, it happens sometimes, but why doesn't it happen more? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's not even that much of a risk whatsoever with women doing it. I just don't understand why they don't do it more. I truly can't tell you.
Some women find cold approaches as flattering.
Is it because they just weren't raised that way? Is that why? Men and women are raised a lot of times differently, so it could be, but I don't know.
Others see them as intrusive or unnecessary. This creates confusion for men, who are left wondering what the hell to do.
Do you want to be approached?
Leave us alone.
Leave you alone? Okay.
Leave us alone. Exactly.
I just like peace.
Why do men think it's appropriate to approach women?
Exactly. Why do men think it's appropriate to approach women in public? The only way to get to know a person and actually get to talk to them. Why do I think that's appropriate? Like what? You see how stupid this shit is? You understand, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
In public.
Don't approach me in public unless I come to you.
Wow.
Or unless I give you an eye.
Let's be real.
Yeah, unless if I give you an eye. Hey, by the way, the eye is gonna be for a millisecond. So you better pay attention to that millisecond, okay? You better pay attention to that millisecond. But hey,
Tensions during a cold approach, but most don't. It's simple. If you're their type, they want you to approach. If not, they don't.
Yeah.
I don't mind guys that come up to me and talk to me. Let me be really real. Yeah. If you are not tall, sexy, with amazing chat, don't waste your time.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Hey, chat. If you're not at least 6'2", you're done for. You're not seen as a person that would have talked to you. Apparently by that woman. You're just done for. That's insane. Wow.
And this is why men are hesitant to approach women now. Honestly, the only way to avoid this awkwardness might be for women to take the first step instead.
Is that why I have such confidence when approaching women? Because I'm actually over 6 foot. Is that why? Well, over 6'2", but you get the point.
Women need to start making the first move.
Women are just gonna have to start shooting their shots. You gonna have to go for what you want because closed mouths is not gonna get fed anymore.
Why don't women typically approach men?
Because of rejection.
If a woman chooses to
Because of rejection. You see how crazy that is? Men don't approach women, a lot of them anyway, because they're afraid of being outcasted. Women don't approach men because of simple rejection. Because they don't want to be told no. That's just funny to me. That's simply just funny to me.
to approach a
I
man
don't know
and
what
shoot
to
a
tell you.
shot, is she more or less likely to be
Now, of course, there's men that also fear that being rejected, but you know.
rejected than if the man approaches a woman?
I feel like men are more likely to be rejected.
Less. I feel like men like that.
I think a woman shooting her shot is much more likely to end up with that man.
Yeah.
If a girl approaches a guy and like makes the first move, usually it works out better.
Were they trying to like twin or something?
Why would men want to approach women when they no longer have to worry about just being rejected, but also have to worry about being accused of harassment?
That's scary. I wouldn't want to be a man, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, me either, buddy. Yeah, me either.
I feel bad for men.
Yeah.
So why do you think that women fear rejection when they're far less likely to be rejected?
Because women are just more sensitive. They have
Yeah, we're just more sensitive. It's not because like, you know, men are literally forced to do it just for, you know, because they feel like they're forced essentially to do it from, you know, society or like, you know, something like that. Like people being like, oh, like your family being like, why don't you have a girlfriend yet? Why don't you have a girlfriend yet? And everything like that. No. Now, of course, they also feel that like there's women that have that problem, but you know.
more feelings into it. I feel like men, they're used to being rejected. They're used to being turned down, but women aren't. So
That is insane to say. No, of course that is the truth, like for most men, but that's just, I feel like that's insane to say no. Yeah, women just aren't like used to being rejected. Like we're not used to being said like no to. Meaning like we get everything that we want usually if we just ask for it. Like isn't that just crazy? Isn't it? Like no.
when they get rejected, they like feel it more personally.
Why don't women start approaching men rather than complain how men approach them?
Because women like that, they have too much pride and too much ego into themselves, and they think a certain way of how a woman is supposed to be, when really women are supposed to be ladylike and strong and like grounded in themselves. And that's when the woman power really does show up, is being kind.
What advice would you give to the men that fear rejection?
I think I know what she's saying. Yeah.
Scared to shoot your shot. Maybe you have the chance, maybe don't. Rejection is just something to take in and something to learn from.
Why don't women just follow that same advice?
Shit. It's different. We have different emotions.
No, we don't. No, we
Another
don't.
perspective some women have on why men no longer approach them is the belief that they are too pretty, and their beauty intimidates men. A notion that, in my opinion, is simply a form of coping.
Men?
Okay, now I thought about that for more than a second. Because at first it sounded stupid. It sounded extremely stupid and crazy. But I can see how people. It's not being intimidated or scared. It's more like, a lot of men don't feel like they're worthy, I guess, of approaching us, I suppose. So that would be, I could see that being a reason, which in my opinion is stupid of those guys, but I can see that because a lot of people think in leagues. So yeah.
Are intimidated by beautiful girls.
No. I don't think there is a single man scared of a beautiful woman. Now is it possible they can ruin their life? Oh yeah, most of that. But like, if you mean like, it depends on what you mean. Yeah.
Why you aren't getting approached is because you come off as as a strong woman.
Yeah.
They're ignoring you because you're beautiful and it's
You're strong and independent, and you know, it's not because you're sassy or whatever. Yeah, but yeah.
intimidating.
And honestly, it's a compliment. It's a compliment that people are intimidated by your aura, by your looks, by probably even your personality.
So when you
If they're intimidated by your personality, it's most likely they're just scared of you because you're either getter or sassy. A lot of times. I'm not saying all the time, but I'm definitely saying a lot of times. They just don't want to go through that, and so they would just stray away and be like, "Peace. I'm done with this. There's no way I'm doing this."
hold yourself to a certain standard, that boy knows that he's not going to be able to reach those standards. So therefore, he's not even going to approach you.
So instead of feeling down about the fact that you don't really get talked to at
It depends on what standard you mean. Do you mean like, oh, I need him to be 6'5", you know, extremely strong, lean, and you know, 6 figures? If that's this type of standard you mean, then you have a rough awakening. You're gonna good luck in life. That's all I'm gonna say.
a party setting, or you rarely get attention from men on your Instagram stories, etc. It probably is that they are afraid to even talk to you.
You are not the problem. You're not the problem.
You're not the problem. You're never the problem. Yeah, you're never the problem. Trust, you're never the problem. I agree with this woman. Honestly, you.
So if you've ever wondered, why don't I get approached? Why don't I get asked out? Why doesn't he ever text me first? It's probably because you're super pretty and attractive.
No, okay, this can be true for some men. I'm not gonna say this is wrong for some men. However, a lot of men just like if you're constant like a lot of times they think like this, yet the guy is actually the one texting first most of the time. And as soon as you stop texting first, and then you just ghost basically. They think you're ghosting them because you're not texting first, when it's actually like, oh, I'm carrying all of our conversations. Why am I carrying all of our conversations? What, does this person not actually enjoy my company? I'm just gonna leave them because there's no need for me to put in this much effort and work into a relationship. So
So if you want to get any sort of attention, you may have to be the one to reach out to them first.
Just make the
Yeah.
first move.
Yeah, absolutely do not do this. See, you're a baddie, okay?
you're a baddie. You're chat. You're a baddie. I hope all of you know you're all baddies. Okay, all of you. I love all of you. You're baddies. Okay, and that's why you subscribe, because there's only baddies on this channel that subscribe. Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
And do you know what happens when a man thinks that he can pull baddies? His audacity goes off the charts. So even if this does work and you guys end up together, he's gonna think that he can treat you any type of way because he's
Okay, no, don't get me wrong. I'm almost 100% sure that this is with some men, because there's all types of people out there. But I've never seen this with a guy. This level of delusion people talk about. Are they talking about me? Shoot, I might be delusional. Shoot, hey,
he's going to assume that because he could pull you, he could pull another baddie.
And there you have it, guys. The ego.
leagues aren't a fucking thing, bro. I'm sorry. Just ask whoever you like out. That's all you need to do. They think you can pull another baddie. By the way, if you call, keep this in mind. If you call an obese woman, if you say you don't like someone because they're too fat or too obese, you are seen as misogynistic and fatphobic. Keep that in mind, by the way. Yeah. Because those obese women, they're big, beautiful women. For real. I'm not fatphobic, chat. Anyways, and because you don't like those women, like, they're just baddies, like, because every woman's a baddie. And honestly, she's just speaking facts right now. Yeah.
Ego of a woman at play. They won't make the first move because they fear it might boost a man's confidence, making him think he can attract more baddies. Here's the reality.
I'm not gonna lie. If a woman calls themselves a baddie, automatic red flag. No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Men will approach a woman if she's beautiful.
You can call yourself attractive or whatever, but if you use the specific word baddie, I instantly think it's just a red flag. Like I'm straight up. But I've seen so many women say that. Like it's just they have such bad attitudes. Terrible. I truly think that's just a red flag.
The issue isn't her beauty.
Glaring, you guys.
It's often her body language and cues, which can make her seem unapproachable. Now think about this. Claiming a rich man can't attract women because he's too rich doesn't make sense.
Hey guys, Bill Gates, yeah, he can't attract women because he's too rich. Oh shoot, yeah. It's sad, but a lot of women a lot of women only date up. Meaning, even like if they're rich and stuff like that, they only want someone richer. So a lot of times, men and like to be honest, women like that are they're very a lot of times very sassy. They want to control a man, basically, essentially. Yet they also want a man to be richer than them, with all these other standards, like being 6 foot plus, right? So that's why a man will a man will always be equal or like lower. Like they'll either be equal like in dating or they date lower. At least most of the time. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that also date up, of course, but that is not most of the time.
The same logic applies here.
No one's intimidated by you.
Yeah.
You're behaving in a way that suggests you're unapproachable.
Exactly.
There's the difference.
Thank you.
I don't know if
Fucking
I'm
hell.
tripping, but I feel like a lot of women try to be shady when they say things like men don't approach them because they know not to mess with them.
Guys will approach anyone from a 4 to a 10.
No, literally. You know that people like that you would actually be like intimidated to approach Navy SEALs and everything. A lot of guys will still approach them because they just like approach they're just if the Navy SEAL looks approachable, you feel me? It just depends. Because for the people that are like extremely trained and everything, I can understand like people being scared to approach them. Why would I be scared to approach an average woman? That doesn't make sense. You feel like that just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know.
Why isn't the first thought never, maybe they just don't find me attractive?
And that's if you mean, oh, he's scared that he actually might be, accused of being a harasser or whatever because, all that stuff. Then maybe. But it's not you yourself.
To approach me.
No one is intimidated by you. You're unapproachable. Fix that.
And the reason why I think it's shady when women say this is because it kind of implies that they're better than the other women who get approached, or that the other women who get approached are easy and they can be messed with. And overall, it just always sounds so nasty. I don't know, and what be getting me is that they be saying this after their friends get approached or when they see somebody else get picked over them. And it's like...
Delusion. It is self-delusion. It's just delusion. That's all it is. Because you don't want to say that you are the problem. You don't want to reflect on yourself whatsoever. That is why.
What are you trying to say?
Girls,
Yeah.
if you see a guy
She's pretty
you like
smart.
at the club, gym, wherever, simple thing. Eye contact, smile. That's going to tell a guy, I think you're attractive, or at least that gives a guy the green light to approach you. That's all you got to do. And girls, if you can't do that,
Then I don't know. I truly don't know what to tell you. I truly don't. I truly don't know what to tell you at that point.
buy a dog, die alone. That's really all I have to say.
Damn.
You.
I think what he really meant was to buy a cat. Setting that aside, the rise of the Me Too movement has led many men to hesitate in making the first move.
No, literally.
Out of fear of unintentionally crossing the line.
That has set people so back, bro. I feel like that has set people so back. It's insane. And my question is, like, how did Me Too movement even start? Like, how did that even start?
Into harassment.
I think we need to normalize women approaching men more because one, women are not that nice, and two,
Yeah.
there's no Me Too.
No, like, literally.
movement against women.
All my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's a third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they are like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story, and where I ain't touching nobody.
Yeah, why the hell would I touch somebody? Even on the shoulder. Even people are literally scared to touch people on the shoulder. Why would I touch? No, bruh. Fuck that shit. Hell no.
So you have a very difficult circle to square here,
Yeah.
right? You have women who still want to be approached.
Mhm.
You have men who know that if they don't approach, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if they do approach, they're scared of being seen as creepy. They're
Mhm.
concerned that they're going to either upset this girl or that they're going to be part of some Me Too scandal, which
Yeah.
isn't good.
And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy and relationship.
Lots of men are checking out
Mhm.
of the world. And yeah, we need to ask not just why aren't men opening up about this, what can they do to fix themselves, but structurally, how can we actually help men?
One way we could help men in the overall dating scene is by fostering.
This also leads to stuff like the men loneliness epidemic, and then a lot of people are like, dude, just go up to us like this. It's like, no, what? It's either be lonely and be peaceful, or go up to someone and possibly go to jail. That is basically the only two options, essentially. If you can't see that as stupid, I truly don't know what to tell you.
Open communication and creating a culture where both men and women feel comfortable expressing interest without fear of
It's like I need to film myself going up to someone just to have proof that I wasn't a creep or something like that. Is essentially what a lot of guys think.
judgment or misinterpretation.
Now, I'm seeing posts on the internet of women saying men don't approach us anymore. Well, duh!
The reason why a lot of us guys are done with dating is because we're all honestly fed up with all the mixed answers that we've been seeing online.
And women are so confused as to why men don't approach them in public anymore is because we don't want to get a charge.
Yeah.
We don't want you to pick up the
Why
phone
would I
halfway
why
through
would
the
I want to do
conversation
that?
and start calling the cops just because you got a hunch that little old Riley might grape you.
So a lot of us have reached a point that we're just like, fuck it, man. Like, we're just done. And believe me, we don't want to. We would love to approach a woman without her feeling like we're creeps or something.
Yeah.
And don't
If you approach them and they're attracted to you, oh my gosh, hi. If they're not attracted to you, sexual harasser, you're you know, crazy woman, actually crazy woman, and a lot of women actually think that's okay. A lot of women. That's the funny part. A lot of women think it's okay to call you that because they just don't like you. That's insane.
Don't get me wrong either. There's a lot of guys that don't know
Holy
how
shit.
to approach women, or they make it seem very creepy, or they start stalking you and following you randomly. Guys like that put out a bad name for the good men.
I used to be able to approach women and talk smooth talk. It don't even fucking matter. I don't even do it on the internet. I don't even like slide into somebody's DM.
No, literally.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That is another way that somebody can just like screen record all of that and make it
And
look
then
like
just make
I
fun
was
of you.
harassing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Wow, it just makes sense. Yeah, it just doesn't
What
make
a
sense to
time
do
to be
that.
alive, y'all. God damn it.
It is a strange time to be a man, with shifting norms, unclear expectations, and ever-changing rules of dating and relationships. Many men have stopped approaching women, and some have even stopped proposing. To see why men are now saying no to marriage, click the video on your screen and let us know what you think.
I mean, it's pretty simple why men don't like marriage anymore. It's because a lot of them literally just get with. I've seen literally clips of men getting with someone, marrying them. They think they're genuinely in love with them, right? The woman, oh, I just married you because I want to steal your money. Think about that for a second. You spend so much time. You spend like 4 years or whatever with this woman, right? You marry her. Think that's the love of your life? No, I just wanted your money. Thanks for your money. Now I'm just gonna divorce you and steal half your money now. What? Fuck you. What the fuck you mean? Like crazy. Actually insane. But no, good video by this person named Virtual Brother. I'll leave this video down in the description. This is my first video of seeing him. Yeah, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed. I would really appreciate it, and see ya.